Hey everybody, this is Politics with Avi, and I'm Avi. For today's episode, we're going to be discussing the politicization of public life, politicization itself, and politicking and its features. According to many political scientists, a cultural factor such as education has a particularly strong impact on political consciousness and personality behavior. The known statement of V.I. Lenin is that illiterate people cannot have any relation to politics. Just because of their ignorance, they can be the object of political manipulation, be drawn into extremist political movements. So, an illiterate person is outside the conscious policy and is the subject of political action and not their subject per se. A clear conclusion has been made in foreign political science. The higher the level of a person's education, the more he is politically oriented and predisposed to democratic attitudes and actions. Education broadens the political horizon of a person to a large extent, protects from adherence to extremist doctrines, helps a person make smart choices. The higher the person's education, writes S.M. Lipset, the more likely it is that he believes in democratic values and supports democratic practice. So, a more educated citizen believes that he can influence the political process and he can access political power or effectively participate in it. The more educated a person is, the greater the likelihood of his participation in political discussions and with a wider circle of people. So, the political activity of an individual is based on a set of certain prerequisites that either contribute to the development of political activity, the development of potential qualities of a person as a socio-political figure, the formation of an individual as a real subject of the political life of society, or substantially complicate all these processes and preserve political apathy and passivity. Purposeful formation and development of personality provides scientifically organized education. The political behavior of an individual is a very difficult social phenomenon to study. Today, the process of politicization of society has caused an avalanche-like increase in the number of people participating in politics. This poses the problem of personality in political life, not only for bodies called upon to influence this complex process in some way, but also for political scientists who must investigate the possible forms, patterns, and consequences of such a process. Education has a huge impact on the behavior of the individual, including in the political sphere, as it determines its attitudes and views on particular political situations. If a person receives a good upbringing and education, and the process did not appear traumatic for him or her, then most likely, I believe she or he is able to carry out activities that would benefit the whole of society. In this case, she can also be an active subject of politics, take decisive steps, and be quite confident in himself or herself. The role of the individual in politics as its subject is really huge, as is the role of the educated personality for the formation of a democratic society and its further development. Politicking in form is very similar to politics. Due to this, the mass of citizens does not distinguish between them, but there are very large differences. In our society, there are many famous people, leaders, but they turn into politicians only when they begin to express and defend the interests of a large social group, trying to use all legal means for this. Political cover for their true intentions, which lead to the achievement of only personal goals and benefits for themselves, is called politicking. We quote the Dictionary of Political Terminology. Politics is a struggle for personal interests using the mechanism of state power. This is a struggle for power, its conquest, preservation, use. In the name of satisfying personal needs for fame, prestige, material well-being, etc. Of course, in many political acts, there are elements of politicking. as in a political one, there are elements of politics because the politician does not dream of becoming a national leader is bad. But here we're talking about the correlation of personality X and social motives, which clearly prevail. The politicking personal interests. Therefore, they are called a politician, an unprincipled politician. So, if you guys like this video, please click like and subscribe and expect more to come. I apologize for not having updated for quite a long time, but I had personal things to take care of. And I hope everybody is keeping safe and everybody is well. Thank you for being today with Politics with Abby, and see you soon again.